Hello again, and it's me, earthmanbrick. We're back with another TTCombat set, the construction site. This is one built for Drop Zone Commander, so it's a 15mm scale as opposed to the standard, 10mm scale. I beg my pardon. It's quite nice that it actually comes up with that now. Let's check with another kit. Yes, it does. It says for 28 to 32mm scale. That's cool. And it actually comes out with a number of MDF sheets in it. That's a nice touch. Never used to have that before. So yes, 4 sheets. And this one is push-outs galore. Look at all these extra little bits. There's 1, 2. I'm pretty sure there's a triangle one. There we go. Triangle one there. One there. And 2 there. 1, 2, and these parts here, the long ones. That's another 4. And that's just on one of the sheets, and I can see on the sheet behind it, it's probably got some as well. So I'm gonna have fun making up this. See how we get on. See you again soon. Bye for now. Hello there, we're back. And here's what it looks like assembled. Actually, it's a bit on the large side. Let me just get that into shot. Look at that. Bloody hell, it's big. A little bit higher. Set it back a bit. So that's one of the cranes for the thing. I said one of because there's actually 2. The other one comes attached onto the building. And it's pretty big overall. Now, I'm pretty disappointed with this kit, especially the instructions, because it doesn't tell you what the hell to do with these bits. There's no real direction as such, or anything. There's no even mention of these being in the kit. I think they had some leftover stuff on the sprues or whatever. But yes, I mean, all this stuff is salvageable. We can all do stuff with it, I'm sure. I think that's meant to be like pipes or something. And just set that on the roof, color it up, and it'd be okay. This fencing here, construction walls, I don't know what the term is for them, but they look legit. They look pretty damn cool. Lots of those zigzaggy kind of lines, very nice. There are some miniature portaloos and pottes. There's 2 of them, and more kind of gubbins that I've not been able to figure out what the hell you do with them. So yes, now the other big disappointment with this kit is this bit here. If I shine this just right, you'll be able to see. There's actually you can see the light peering through there. This whole part seems to have been lasered right through accidentally. So the whole part of this that's meant to have all these teeth on it was a separate bit, and I nearly threw it away off the sprue because I thought, oh, that must be a mistake. No, they've screwed it up, and so it's very loosey-goosey. Not the best of design, unfortunately. Now, speaking of the design, we've got a lot of bits that we'll need to cover up here because it suffers from obvious MDF kit syndrome. And I figured, right, for covering up all these bits, we'll use big cable ties. And for bits like on here, it's a right damn shame. Look at all that. It's horrendous. All these obvious slots and things, I think we're going to use the smaller cable ties just to cover over those. Now, we could use card or whatnot, but the advantage of using cable ties is that you can, well, you could use the ridges if you wanted, or leave it flat. But the advantage with the cable ties is that you don't have to cut and measure every single time and try and get it the right shape. It cuts all those corners almost immediately. So yeah, we'll be doing, unfortunately, a lot of tidy up work on these, much to my chagrin. Now, so we'll be using lots of cable ties, which will make some people happy. And I figured this part here, that's meant to be a scaffold. Yes, doesn't look a whole lot like a scaffold. It looks a lot more like a bloody mess. So I'm not overly impressed with this. This whole sort of crosshatch bit here is just, I don't know, disappointing. So we're going to be using fiberglass mesh. This is sold as mosquito netting. And I figured this would work a lot better as having your kind of scaffold netting. So what we'll do is we'll paint this green and then we'll paint this green and we'll have it one layered over the other, and it should create a sense of depth and whatnot. And then we'll go over it with cable ties or something just to make it work a bit better. Might even use cocktail sticks or something. I don't know, I'll have to figure it out, but I'll go through the process and everything. But that's what we've got so far, and I'm also going to use this. This is like, what are these? These are wipes, alcohol wipes, I believe. And these have a nice little texture to them. It's very subtle. And I thought, yes, this will do for tarps and stuff, so we'll have this going over some of the worst culprits, hiding a lot of mistakey bits and things, and just to add a little bit of extra reinforcement. And just have little bits strewn about, as well as over some of these pipes and things, because they look pretty crap on. I mean, when you look at it side on, you can't tell what the hell it's meant to be. You can only see it from the top, so I'll have to strategically hide certain bits and focus on other parts just to make it work. I think there's meant to be crates or shipping containers or something. I don't know, it's just vertical lines in a block. Could be bloody anything. Oh, and now it's on the ground. But anyway, now I'm going to jazz it up, use some of those ideas. See you again soon. Hello, we're back, and we're on the hunt for Poppy. There's a sizable lump under the bed, so let's see if we can see her. Now we can hear you. Oh, and there she goes. Hello, Poppy. You tired little soul. Oh, did I rudely awaken you? No, no, no! Oh, she's pissed. No! Okay, she's run through. Are you ready to film for the video? She's just getting herself ready. Anyway, so we're back. And here we go. So we're back with the construction site. And here's the crane. The crane, I've not bothered with loads of colors and things. I've just kind of spray painted it and then gone with an orangey mix of browns. I think, you know what? It's good enough. I have to raise this up a bit. And here's the main bad boy here, which has its own crane attached to it. And I did plan to cover up all this bit and maybe put in some bits of like, what is it, like shipping containers and things, but I'll maybe do that later another time. There's no real need for it. I've covered up certain holes and things using the alcohol wipes. Didn't even need to paint them. That's just the glue that's made them white and crusty. Yes, we've used the, what is it, the mosquito netting here to make our capture nets for our scaffolding, and I think that's worked an absolute charm. An absolute pain to make all the little brackets and bits are put all in there. All this darkened area here. all of those parts, I had to hack apart the empty sprue frames, the MDF build. So I hacked those all up and split them all up, and then wooden stirrers to make the individual slats for each platform. But I think it works. It certainly looks a lot more like scaffolding than what we got originally before. And I've added on bits of card and cable ties on the edges to hide the obvious slots. And a lot of the details seem to be lost as soon as I applied a layer of paint. So a lot of these holes look great, but these parts just look completely flat, so I've had to do a lot of extra work with the paint and everything. And from a distance, it looks a lot better. Up close, it's good enough. And on the roof here, we've added a lot more tarps, which again was just the blue alcohol wipes. So not a lot of painting there. I did have some leftover bits of the mosquito netting, so I just painted them up, rolled them up, and glued them on. And that's worked a treat. The little pallets and the forklift truck we made before, and I just thought, you know what, they can permanently belong on this one. There's more of the little pallets we made before, and little barrels. And the barrels are easy to make. They're literally just biro pen tube, thinly sliced. And yeah, that's about it really. Oh, and the portaloo potties. That's them right there. I just painted them green. Didn't really need a whole much else. At that kind of scale, there's not a whole lot that you can do with them, to be honest. Let's get everything in shot there. And that's about it. So yes, hopefully this has been helpful. Certainly been educational and very time consuming to get all this bit done. Bloody hell. The 2 bloody ages. And yes, I figured out that this was the construction fencing, this whole bit. That's designed to go around here. So I stuck that on, and I stuck on the extra potty toilets there, which you can kind of see it from there. And yes, I didn't put on any of the shipping containers that we'd made previously. Didn't think it absolutely needed it. So yes, this is a build as it was originally, and you can see the obvious slots there that we've covered up and the edges. We tidied up the crane a bit, but to be honest, it doesn't look the worst. It actually benefits from the slots there, and this whole section on the interior here, very plain looking. So yes, with that, we managed to fix that up with some tarps and just a lot of heavy weathering and colour. So, do I recommend this kit? Yes, but it's going to take a hell of a lot of work to make the scaffolding that's there look legitimate. But it can be done on a relatively shoestring budget. It will just take a lot of time. This has taken me about a week to finish off all this. But hopefully you like it. But that's all I've got for you today, so bye and bugger off. Good riddance.